binomial theorem. And you know, before we can talk about binomial theorem, we need to... Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, yeah. Before we can talk about binomial theorem, we have to take a look at some things. And those things are the factorial, permutation, combination, Pascal triangle, binomial expansion, and then binomial theorem itself. So first, I will first of all define the word factorial. Factorial is just like a positive integer. Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes, binomial is just like a positive integer decreasing by multiplication. It's just like when we say 9 factorial. 9 factorial is the same thing as saying 9 times 8 times 7 times 6 times 5 times 3 times 2 times 1. That is the meaning of factorial. So once we're able to understand the definition of factorial, then that will take us to look at permutation. And permutation is not really necessary. You are welcome, Mr. Vidwan. Permutation is not really necessary in binomial theorem, but at least it will give you a clue to how combination is done. Do you understand? Please kindly mute your mic. Please mute your mic. Are you with me? Okay, are you with me? Just message me in the chat box. Yes. Are you with me? Diola, are you with me? Are you with me? Okay, yes. Okay, Mr. Ridwan. Okay, as I was saying, I say permutation will just give you a clue to how combination is done. Okay, Diola. So permutation formula is given as n permutation R. The n is superscript. The permutation is capital P, then the R is subscript R. That is n permutation R. And the formula is given as n factorial all over n minus r factorial. N factorial all over n minus r factorial. So I have given that in the chat box, so you can really check it so you understand what I'm saying. So that's the permutation formula. It is n factorial all over n minus r factorial. So once you're able to know that, then it means anything they give you, if the n is 5, you put it wherever n is. And if the r is 3, you put it wherever r is. So let's assume that the question 1 is 5 permutation 3. Can you try it, Diola? Can you try it? Or mute yourself. Let me hear you. Adiola, unmute yourself. Let me hear you.
Okay, 5 permutation 3 is 5 times 4 times 3 factorial over 2 factorial. So that's 5 times. So that's 5 times 4, 20 times 3, 60. 60 times 2, 120. So that's 120 divided by 2. That's 60.
Okay, yes, you are right. You are right. That's it. But in a situation whereby maybe you are in an examination hall, so instead of you going through that long process, the only thing you need to do is, since you know it's going to be what, 5 factorial all over what, 2 factorial, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, yes, good. So instead of you writing the 5 factorial 2 times 1, just leave it at 2 factorial. So it means when you are multiplying, it will be 5 times 4 times 3 times 2 factorial all over 2 factorial. So the 2 factorial, you know that it will surely cancel the 2 factorial at the denominator, right?
Yes, sir.
So you just multiply 5 times 4 times 3. So that will give you your answer. Do you understand? So if I tell you to do more questions on permutation, I think you can do it like that.
Yes, sir.
Okay, yes, but that is not really the point. That is not where we are going to. So let me just drop a question now. A question says 120 permutation 3 minus R equals to 120. What is R? 120 permutation 3 minus R. Now, the R is no longer ordinary R. It is now what? 3 minus R. How do you tend to solve that?
I don't have an idea.
Okay, so let me just display it here. So can you see the screen? Can you see the screen?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. So I said if they give you 120 permutation 120 permutation. Sorry is showing that way, but you understand what I'm trying to say. The 120 is superscript. The 3 minus R is what? Is subscript. So don't get it wrong. Don't get it wrong. So is equals to 120. So what you need to do here is you need to so that will be 120 factorial all over 120 factorial all over what? Okay, sorry, the question is not really complete like that. Let me rewrite it. Let me try and rewrite that. The question is 5 permutation 3 minus R equals to 120. Can you try it now? The question is 5 permutation 3 minus R is equals to 120. You know the formula is what? The formula is n factorial all over n minus R factorial. So indirectly, that will be what? 5 factorial. That will be 5 factorial all over what? You open brackets. That will be what? N minus R. That will be 5. That will be 5 minus. But remember, the R is not ordinary R again. The R is now what? 3 minus R. So indirectly, you have to open brackets. Then you put what? 3 minus R. Then you close the brackets. Are you with me? Are you?
Yes, sir.
Okay, you close the brackets. Then you put factorial equals to what? 120. Equals to 120. So since you understand that, then you know that 5 factorial, or you are using your normal way, 5 times 4 times 3 times 2 times 1, that is what? That is 120. Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
That will be 120. That will be 120 all over what? Open bracket, 5 minus 3 plus R.
Plus.
Minus times plus is what? Minus times minus is what? Plus. So that will be plus R equals to what? 120. Are you getting it?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. Okay. So we wrote 120 over 5 minus equals to 120. So 5 minus 3 is going to give us what? That's 2. So indirectly, you have 120 over what? 2 minus r factorial. Don't forget that the factorial is not just carrying only r, it's carrying the 2 minus r. So it's equals to 120. If you now use arithmetic method, you know that 120 over 120, if you cross multiply, that will be giving you what? 120 over 120. So indirectly, you'll be left with what? 1 equals to, I don't know, do you understand what I'm doing? Hello?
Hello, sir. Yes, sir.
Do you understand what I'm trying to do now?
Yes, sir.
If I try to cross multiply, I'll realize that 120 will cancel 120. That will be 1 equals to what? 2 minus r factorial. So now, I have 2 minus r factorial is equals to 1. How am I going to go about it? You already know that 1 is the same thing as 1 factorial. And we need to cancel out the factorial on the other side. So indirectly, the one we have on the left-hand side, just let us rewrite it as what? 1 factorial. So 1 factorial equals to what? 2 minus r factorial. So indirectly, we are able to cancel what? We are able to cancel the factorial. Indirectly, we are able to cancel the factorial. So we'll now be left with what? 1 equals to 2 minus r. So r equals to what? R equals to what? That r equals to what?
R is equal to 2.
R equals to 2.
Yes, sir.
No. If r comes to the other side, r equals to 1.
Yeah. Okay, yes. As in, I mean the final answer.
Yes. R equals to 1. So that is it. So that's the answer to that. Okay, you said you believe in now. Okay, you can leave.
Yes, sir.
You can leave.
Okay,
There's no problem.
all right, sir.
All right. So you can leave. So I don't know why others are yet to join us. So I'll just continue from here. So after we're able to understand permutation well, so that will take us to Pascal triangle. And when we talk about Pascal triangle, we are talking about how integer, or let us stop here since we don't have members.